A few days ago, I set out on a mission to the biggest second-hand golf shop in England to find the best forgiving set of irons ever that you can buy second-hand. I like to think that I've done a pretty good job, so today we're going to have a little stroll, see exactly what we can score on a few holes on a lovely Sunday afternoon, and see just how easy it will be to beat our friend Gaz, who's done the same. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson and welcome to the channel. If you are new here, do consider hitting that subscribe button and let me know how do you think I've done with these. If you've not seen the video, I'll talk you through it, but I think I've done pretty well. I should have got some head covers. This might be annoying. I also realised in the introduction I said the best forgiving irons, and obviously we have a full set of forgiving golf clubs. Guys, these are from Golf Clubs for Cash. They have a shop in Edinburgh, a shop in Warrington, and a huge online website for you to buy your second-hand clubs. I've partnered up with them in this series, so we're going to have a £500 voucher giveaway. All you have to do, guys, throw a like on all the videos in this series so far, comment below Clubs for Cash, and go and download the Clubs for Cash app where you can find all the latest and greatest deals. Right, how good am I going to have to play to beat, have I lost my glove? No, it's here. To beat Mr. Gary Martin, because that's who we are taking on in a couple of weeks, guys. I think I should beat him anyway. I also think I've got the better clubs. I mean, check out these for irons. These aren't as forgiving now, but back in the day, these Ping Karsten ISIs were game changers. I think they still look absolutely gorgeous today with that beryllium copper style finish. I mean, if I don't win just looking at these, look at them. Oh, if you missed the video at Golf Clubs for Cash where I chose and bought these, and I'll link it below, today's just a kind of first feel as to how forgiving these are. I mean, that couldn't have gone much better. I can tell Gaz is worried already. I do feel like I've gone a bit heavy in the TaylorMade woods, but I also feel like with that weight setting back in the M1, with that RBZ club, which was an absolute game changer, I'm going to talk you through this in just a second, because that, for $19.99, is nothing short of absurd. And out of interest, guys, do me a favour, get in the comments below, as well as commenting Clubs for Cash if you want to be with a chance of winning the giveaway. Can't believe how quickly I said that. Let me know, what do you define as a forgiving set of golf clubs? Is it irons that go a long way even if you miss-hit them? Is it a driver that stays in play if you hit it out the toe of the heel or come across it massively? Or is it a set of clubs that just helps you get around that field in as fewer shots as possible? Just what you want with a forgiving 4-iron, one fairway out of one. Tick. So quite a few people got in the comments as well and said that I made a mistake choosing the irons that I got. These Pings actually aren't that forgiving, and I think there must be. They've got plenty of offset on them, there's lots of perimeter weighting, they don't look too scary to hit, especially with this flailing toe here. So realistically, I think back in the day these would have been a great set of forgiving yet playable clubs. The one thing I didn't want to do was set myself up with a set of kind of hybrid irons that I would have no chance playing against guys in a match with. So I've kind of gone for a little bit the best of both worlds, which I think more people will resonate with. Forgiving yet playable. Right. That's gone so high. Go on, be the club, go. Oh, it's just short, you know. That felt like no club I've ever hit before. I've never actually hit these. Should I do a video just on these? I mean, I will clean them, but that felt different. And that didn't finish too bad either. I definitely feel like I may have to club up with these irons. You can see it just on the fringe there, front left. I don't mind clubbing up as long as I know I have to club up. That's absolutely fine. They do feel forgiving. They feel like I've hit a 4-iron and a wedge there. They weren't the best strikes, but they felt good, and they finished on target, near enough. You see, if it wasn't the middle of December and everywhere being quite wet through, that would have been quite perfect, wouldn't it? I mean, it's not really perfect now, but it's perfect to show you how gung-ho I've gone with the bottom edge of the bag. Yes, that is an Alien Sport Shot Saver 60-degree wedge and a Phaser 37-degree chipper. It doesn't really get much more forgiving than those two, does it? And you probably would and should put this all day long. But the fact that I've got a chipper and I'm just off the green means I'm going to use a chipper, because these are underrated. I could beat Gaz hitting this off the tee. Oh, that's so easy. Go on, please go. That was so justified for putting it in the bag. Now putter wise, you know what, I'm going to talk you through the putter on the next tee, because It's not only forgiving, but it brings back great memories for me, because I actually own one of these, and I always think I put the best I've ever putted with it. Ever. Could go back in the bag actually. Right, I'd love to show you the driver here. We're actually off a slightly forward tee, so I'm going to go with the 3-wood. This is a proper old school TaylorMade RBZ 3-wood, and I can't believe that I'm saying an RBZ 3-wood is old school, but this is pretty much as forgiving as they used to get. You can see it's well loved. I used to love these back in the day. The drivers were pretty awesome as well. But for a nice little club that you can ping down the fairway, lovely big head, doesn't get much more forgiving than this. I mean, that's one of the worst Healy shots you'll ever see. And he's down there in the middle of that fairway. Let's hit a driver as well, because I want to show you, we might run out of holes here because of daylight. If you remember, I wanted the TaylorMade M2 of the previous generation that didn't have my shaft or loft makeup. So I've gone for the M1 in this generation, 10.5 degrees, it's got my shaft in, so it should be there or thereabouts. And with the weight back, actively this does play similar to the M2. This should just be a swing and a turn. That's exactly what I want, exactly what I want. You forget how good these sounded as well. Right, onward. And you see, usually on these videos I ask you to comment below and ask me what I'm going to score. Today isn't really about the scoring. Today's just to get a little prelude for the golf clubs, getting used to them, seeing how far they go, seeing maybe if I have to aim a certain way with some of them because of offset or design. I don't think Gaz will be doing this. I think he'll walk into it blind, not having practice with them. And his advantage, Robbo. Who's going to win? You can comment that below. And can we just have a word about that 3-wood, because that has no right to finish bang smack in the middle of that fairway about 70 yards short of that green. Not with that strike. That could be my secret weapon. I mean, the driver felt good. The driver's a little bit left, probably a lot closer to the green. But if the driver doesn't work for any reason, that 3-wood probably goes past Gaz's drives anyway. I know he's going to watch this video. That's flying past you, Gaz. Flying past. Now, the one area that I am a little bit worried is the wedge setup. So I told you that I got the Alien Dual Sole Shot Saver. That is a 60-degree wedge. That's something which should help me. Well, I mean, it should. I mean, it's forgiving, isn't it? I thought I started off very in the mood for this, but it's not a club. I don't really have a sand wedge from kind of 80 yards. These are going to be full shots with this. How easy is it going to be to control? Go the distance, that's going to be short. Go! Just a bit. That might be in the bunker. It was a good strike, it was up there. Shame if it is short. That's the learning curve. That's why we're out here while Gaz is at home on his PlayStation or on his phone, whatever he's doing. An inkling of me thinks it might have got over the bunker, but if this was kind of 60 yards, it would have been okay. So, note to self, knock down shots with the pitching wedge are a must. So it has finished in the bunker, and very luckily it's not plugged, because that is a deep cavernous pitch mark. Oh my god, it's like cheating. Oh, he even had spin on it. That had no right to spin like it did, especially with that trajectory as well off a hard pan lie. Oh, and that's another roundabout way, pretty simple par, even with a missed green. Starting to think these short game clubs may not have been a mistake after all. Right guys, and the only club you've not really seen, apart from the putter, which I will show you on this next tee, is possibly the best deal that I got. The TaylorMade Rescue, and this was the Rescue that pretty much started rescues. This was the 2nd generation. We've got movable weights in here if you do fade or draw it. But for me, this thing changed a generation of golfers. I'll leave that for now. The fact you can get one of these for 20 quid is quite absurd. Brings back so many memories. Even that feel and sound reminds me of when I was a junior. That's position A. Gaz, you are in trouble, my friend. Big trouble. I'm going to pop that back on just so I remember how cheap it was. So guys, get in the comments though, how do you think I've done with the clubs? I got a little bit of disgruntledness when I did the video buying them. Having played with them, I think, yeah, I think I've got the perfect match, the perfect mix, which is important. Right, another fairway hit, another mud ball, flag at the back. just play a little 6 in. I'm trying to think with the wind and how high these have been going. It's really important just to know how far they are going to go. Obviously these will be very, very old traditional lofts as well, so I bet when I look into these, this 6-iron will be around a 7-iron modern loft anyway. Little draw in. Oh, be good. That ball fly is delicious. These are so good to hit. Oh, you know when people have really old clubs in the bag and they say they don't make them like they used to? I get it. Now I get it. I'm actually starting to really, really fall kind of smitten with this set. Just a bit. Right, another pitch and stop. Not quite a plug this time. Here we go. Time for the chipper. I've not done well at hitting greens in reg, have I? On this video, but short game's been good. With a helping hand. This goes in and we batter him. It's just so easy. Probably need to think about the break more, treat it more like a putt. But regards to the putter, I've gone centre shafted, old school, Scotty Cameron Red X. Now, Scotty Cameron were never known for being forgiving. But for me, this oval shape with the high MOI, that centre shaft, really did it for me back in the day. And you get the little kind of 3-dot alignment. So if you look down at it, those 3 dots should disappear. Then you've got the right angle. If your hands are too far forward or back, you see them lines. Love that. Right, this is the putt. You've got this to beat him 10 and 8. 10 and 8. That's what it could come down to. This is why you got these clubs. This is why you got this putter. And this is why he's so scared. I know he is. I know he's scared. Ten and 8 in the middle. Guys, you are going down. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, smash that subscribe button below. Comment below Clubs for Cash. Download that app and subscribe to this channel for the chance of winning a £500 voucher, which will get you loads of cool stuff. See you tomorrow. Bye.